Spain's conquest of the Americas. Imagine sailing across an uncharted ocean with the promise of unimaginable wealth ahead, but at what cost? Today we're diving into one of history's most dramatic and ruthless quests for power and gold, the Spanish conquest of the Americas. Why did Spain risk everything to conquer new lands, and how did this voyage reshape the world forever? Stick around as we uncover the rise of the Spanish Empire, the clash of cultures, and the perilous journeys that shaped the modern world. In the late 15th and early 16th centuries, Spain was not just a European kingdom, it was becoming an unstoppable force on the high seas. The age of exploration had arrived, and Spain was at the forefront, commanding the oceans with its powerful fleet. The seas were dominated by famous navigators like Christopher Columbus, who opened the door to the New World. But Columbus wasn't the only one. The Spanish monarchy had bigger ambitions. King Charles I, the ruler during the early 1500s, wanted more than just exploration. He wanted riches, new territory, and the spread of Christianity. Quick question, if you were a navigator back then, would you have ventured into the unknown for gold, glory, or perhaps something else? Let us know in the comments. The year was 1519. Hernán Cortés, a Spanish conquistador with ambitions of his own, landed on the shores of what is now Mexico. He had one goal, to conquer the Aztec Empire and bring back gold to Spain. Cortés and his men were vastly outnumbered. The Aztecs, led by Emperor Montezuma, controlled a powerful and sophisticated empire. But through cunning alliances with local tribes and superior weapons, Cortés would begin the bloody conquest that would change the course of history. Was it greed, ambition, or destiny that drove Cortés and his men? Perhaps it was all three. As the Spanish conquered more land, they plundered the vast wealth of the indigenous empires. Gold, silver, and precious gems were shipped back to Spain, enriching the Spanish crown and fueling its rise as a global superpower. But these riches came at a terrible cost. Millions of native people perished either through violence, forced labor, or the introduction of deadly diseases like smallpox, which devastated entire civilizations. Could it have been different? Was there ever a chance for peaceful coexistence between these vastly different cultures? Let us know in the comments, if you were in the shoes of the indigenous people, how do you think you would have reacted to the arrival of the conquistadors? The perils of returning to Spain. Conquering the land was only half the challenge. The conquistadors now had to transport their immense wealth back to Spain. This was no easy feat. Pirates, like the infamous Englishman Sir Francis Drake, waited to ambush these ships, hoping to steal Spain's hard-earned gold. Spain also had to contend with rival nations, especially the English and the French, who sought to disrupt Spain's dominance at sea. Naval warfare, dangerous storms, and the constant threat of losing their treasure made these voyages perilous. Only the best captains and the strongest ships survived the treacherous journey back to Europe. Who had the best ships and captains? The Spanish Armada, famous for its size and strength, was a formidable force. But it wasn't invincible. Over time, the English Navy, led by captains like Sir Francis Drake, would challenge Spanish supremacy on the seas. Despite these challenges, Spain's galleons continued to transport vast amounts of gold and silver back to Europe. These riches fueled Spain's golden age, allowing it to build a vast empire that stretched across the Americas, Europe, and beyond. What do you think? Who had the best ships and captains during this era? Was it the Spanish, the English, or perhaps someone else? Legacy of the Spanish conquest. The legacy of Spain's conquest is still visible today. Spanish is the primary language in much of the Americas, and the cultural and architectural influence of Spain remains deeply ingrained in many countries. But the conquest also left scars of colonialism, exploitation, and loss. Spain's quest for power and gold reshaped entire continents, created new empires, and forever changed the course of human history. History shows us that empires rise and fall, but one thing remains constant: the pursuit of financial security. If you're ready to take the first step toward building your financial future, check out the valuable resource in the description below. It could be the key to unlocking your own path to financial freedom today. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe.